Hey guys, what is going on? It's NumbNexus bringing you guys another Wi-Fi battle. I had against my good friend Callum, aka HoodlumScrafty, if you guys all know him. If you don't know him, his link will be down in the description below. But on to team preview, Callum's got a really scary team. The minute I saw a defensive Meowstic though, because the male one, which is the blue one, is defensive. The minute I saw that, I was like, okay, that won't pose any threat at all. Hawlucha could be annoying because it's very fast and it's a fighting and flying type, so it has two very good stab moves. Sylveon is just always an eyesore to look at. His Greninja actually is the best Greninja out there. It's choice specs, and I did not know if I could take any hit from it. He's got Mega Bayonet, which honestly, I think Callum is the only one that is successfully using it. And he's got a Dragonite. And again, Callum's going to be the first guy that I've seen use a Dragonite in Wi-Fi. So this battle will be very, very interesting. I want to see how this goes out. I have my Sand team right here, which again, I did not really change yet. Like, it's still the same. I didn't really change it. I guess I didn't have Sylveon with me at the point because I already have a Fairy type. Why need another one? So I did swap it up just a wee bit. I put in a Azumarill this time, and I took out Sylveon. I think that was the only change that I really did, but you know, I just want to see how this works out. I do have a very good team right now that I'm working on at the moment. It's completely different from this team. I've been just testing out a lot of teams on Showdown, and speaking of testing teams on Showdown, there should be 2 new series coming out this week where I analyze Pokemon, how they're going to be and stuff, like how they work and all that, how they affect the meta of this generation, and then just some laddering series, you know, the jizz. But you know, this battle's gonna be very good. I want to see how this goes out. I definitely want to get rid of his Greninja right away. I don't know how powerful his Dragonite is, so I guess that's part of a threat. And I want to get rid of his Mega Bayonet because Mega Bayonet has incredible attack. He has Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch he can have. And on top of that, he's very, very, very physically defensive. So I want to get rid of that as soon as possible. So without that being said, let's start with the battle. Callum is I'm going to lead off with my Beethoven, which is my Tyranitar, just to get the sand up, and Callum is going to be leading off with his Howdy, which is his Meowstic, and that honestly is a bad matchup. That is a really bad matchup. So I'm guessing he realized this. I should have had Pursuit, but I don't. He realizes that, and he switches out, and now he's going to come onto his Tricky, which will be the Sylveon. Though Sylveon is very weak on physical defense, it actually can like resist dark move, so that was a good play. It takes a crunch pretty well, decently well I want to say it, but I did it a good 30%, so 30-40, somewhere around there. I'm pretty solid with that. So I'm gonna return my Tyranitar, though I can take a Moonblast. I'm gonna get out of here and go onto my Gengar, which actually can resist any hit that he has. As he goes to the Draining Kiss, again, another move that I've not seen been used at all, but it's a very good move, so that's a really good choice right there. And it does not do damage, it's like 28%. It does really not do that much damage, so voice crack there. But I'm gonna go for the Sludge Bomb, see how much damage that does to him. It is stab, and I am modest, so that actually does a lot of damage and it one-shots him. So that Sylveon is dead, and I'm really happy about that because I really hate Sylveon, I really do. As he's now gonna send out his Maka, which is Bayonet, and he's got that Soul Eater reference, which is a great job. I love that. As I'm not going to get out of here because Shadow Sneak can absolutely destroy me, I'm going to come into Tyranitar, who should be able to take on his stab moves. I do resist his stab moves unless Bayonet can learn like Brick Break, which I actually think it can. So if it can, Callum, put it on your Bayonet. But he evolves right away and he's going to go for the Shadow Sneak, which I did expect. So I'm going to come out to my T-Tar, who's pretty bulky because it is a bulky attacker. I did max about an HP in attack, so he's a very bulky attacker, as I don't even think Crunch will do that much damage to Bayonet from how much physical defense it has. But I mean, he's going to switch out and go out into his Hawlucha because of the smart move. He actually can take a Crunch, and he can dish me out with a Flying Press or High Jump Kick and easily one-shot me, as it does around 52%, I want to say. But now my Sand is gone, so the damage being recoiled on this side of the team actually won't be as much now, as I'm not going to come out to my Azumarill, who should be able to resist his fighting type moves, because Fairy does this fight. So he goes at a High Jump Kick, and that does a lot of damage. Easily a lot of damage. That is like 175 damage it did. It was crazy. As he now goes for the U-turn, I completely forgot that Hawlucha can even learn U-turn. As he's gonna switch that into his Meowstick, the male version. Again, Callum, you're the only one that uses this, but again, it's not bad. It is pretty defensive. As you can see, it takes that waterfall pretty well. I'm not even choice banded. I'm just adamant, so it did decent damage. But I'm not gonna come out into my T-Tar to resist the Draining Kiss or any type of fairy move that he has. But I know this guy can also learn T-Bolt, so I switch to my T-Tar, who's pretty specially defensive in the sand, because T-Tar gets a special defensive boost in the sand. I take it pretty well. Now he knows basically his Meowstick is rendered useless, so he's gonna stay and get another Thunderbolt off, get as much damage as he can, maybe get a crit, maybe get the para, but that does not be the case, and I'm just gonna knock him out that crunch stack. So 2 Pokemon down, none Pokemon down on my side. Callum is on the edge right now. But don't worry, it's not a sweep. It actually is a really close battle, so he's gonna come out into his Black Star, the Greninja, who makes this battle so irritating. I'm pretty calm right now. I can take a Scald, right? No, I can't. He's Choice Specs, and that does a lot of damage. Regardless, even being Choice Specs, that would have killed me, so it did not matter at all. I just sand up. I do not need T-Tar anymore. He did his job. So I'm not going to come out into my Hawlucha, which I'm thinking, wait, Hawlucha can outspeed, right? Wrong. Callum thought that Hawlucha could outspeed, but he did not want to rely on Scald not killing, even though it's Specs. It probably would not kill. I might live with a small amount, but I did not want to go for the high jump kick just in case he was going to send out his Bayonet, which he does. I could have gone for the Fly, but I expected him to actually stay in, so then again I didn't, so I don't know, it was really iffy. But he goes for the Shadow Sneak, as that does a lot of damage. I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance because I know that I can at least live one more Shadow Sneak if he goes for it. And now the Sandstorm is gone, so I'm thinking, hey, wait a minute, why not go for a Fly? As I do, I'm gonna fly up high in the air, as Callum did not go for a Shadow Sneak there. He thought that I was gonna go for like a U-turn or something, or I don't know, some other move that Hawlucha can learn that would make me stay in. He comes up to his own Hawlucha as Death Fodder, which is a good play because you really don't need Hawlucha that much. I have a Gengar chilling right there, but and my T-Tar is dead. That crit did not matter. It did not matter at all, but he's not going to come onto his Greninja as I don't know what to do with the thing. It's so powerful. As he goes for the Specs Ice Beam, Callum told me I think it's modest natured. He's maxed out in speed and special attack, which is very destructive. As my Hawlucha dies, I'm not going to come out here into my Scizor, which I'm thinking should take a hit. Scizor should take a hit because his special defense is pretty good. It's like base 80, I think, so he should be able to take a hit. As he now comes up to his Dragonite, I'm going to Mega Evolve straight off the bat. And I'm going to go for a U-turn because I don't know what he could dish out, and I just don't know at all. So I'm going to go for the U-turn against his Dragonite. It doesn't do the best damage, but he's not multi-scale. That's why it does that much damage. Though, I have a multi-scale Dragonite. Not to brag, but Callum will have a multi-scale Dragonite pretty soon too. But I'm not going to come out to my Azumarill now, which I'm thinking should be able to take a hit from D-Knight, because Fairy is strong against Dragon. As he's got the lefty, so he's going to go for the Thunder Punch, completely caught me off guard. Did not even think that people even use Thunder Punch anymore, but Callum's out minority who uses it, and it turns out to work in his favor. It broke my heart that my Azumarill died, but I mean, Azumarill did work. It did work. I don't even have Play Rough yet. I needed to still train it, but I come out to my Garchomp here, who's going to become my new Mega, because I need to get rid of my Mega right now. Scizor's strong enough without a Mega, but I come out to my Garchomp here as he comes out to his Bayonet. Bayonet should take a Dragon Claw pretty well, as it does take it, but not well. So he goes for the Shadow Sneak here. You can see this damage is ridiculous. That does a lot of damage, and that was a crit too. So I also kill him off with the Dragon Claw right here, and that's gonna end up being not too good for Callum. His best Pokemon right there died, and right now I don't know what to do, but that Greninja is very powerful and very fast. It actually even outspeeds Garchomp, so I knew the Ice Beam must come my way as I come into Nappy, who his special defense is decent. I want to say like base 75, it's decent I think, but he got a critical hit on the Ice Beam. I don't think I couldn't even taken one, but regardless, even if I could have taken one, I would have died, so it did not really matter that much. As I come out to my Scizor here, he knows that I can live an Ice Beam, so he's going to switch out here into his Ralph, the Dragonite, as I'm not just going to go for the U-turn. I don't know why I don't predict that at all. I really don't. I could take an Ice Beam. I should have gone for the Swords Dance, but I don't predict it at all, which is going to make the battle very, very, very slim. As I'm not going to come out to my Garchomp here. I think these are the only two guys that I have left, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to try and go for the Dragon Claw because I easily outspeed his Dragonite. If he had the extreme speed, it would have been a different game now. He could have got me down to a point where, actually, if I'm not mistaken, a crit extreme speed might have killed, if I'm not wrong. I don't know, but He comes out into his actually, what am I talking about? I don't want to kill, but he comes up to his Black Star, the Greninja here. A lot of Soul references. He goes for the Skull there, not even wanting to go for the Ice Beam because I do have a Scizor left, which is a really good play. As I'm not going to come out here into my Scizor, here's where he messed up. He actually would have won this match. He goes for the Skull right here, and as you can see, that Skull doesn't even burn me, and that wasn't even a mess up. What made him mess up is if he would have gotten the burn, it would have been different. I knock out his Greninja, though it wouldn't have been that much different. I knock out his Greninja, and it's gonna be the GG Calm. So it was a really good match. If you enjoyed this battle, leave a like. Give me your feedback down below. If you don't know who Callum is, check out his channel in the link description below. And until next time, guys, I will see you all later.